Hello and welcome back to Dabnica. So you can probably tell I have made some changes in the Giants editor, and I have to say I'm really happy with how it's turned out. This is going to be like the main yard. Obviously this is what I've been using pretty much at the start. We sorted out in the last episode this field and extended it out, and pretty much the main road coming into the farm originally was this bit. I mean, it wasn't even a farm, let's be honest, it was just a track with some wood. Some trees and and a caravan. So I've still got the caravan and this bit's all the same. However, this is now going to be the main road, and I have sorted it out, and I have taken pretty much the train line out all the way down, I think just before the sell point. So yeah, I've tried to make it a bit of a road that I can use. The train line itself was never actually running. It wasn't like in the map it had a train that was going up and down. It was pretty much just for show, and I think it was just perfect for a road. So yeah, I've cleaned it all off, like made it all better, and it's now perfect for what we need. The track itself kind of goes up off the map edge, so that's just for show, that bit. And the only thing I kept was this. I just thought I'd keep it for a note of what it used to be, kind of like it's a nice little focal point as the farm grows. But I am happy with how it's turned out. It looks pretty cool. So in this episode, what I want to do is I want to try and make up some money to try and get this cowshed. I really want to get the cowshed probably by the end of this episode, and even if we buy one cow, I'll be happy. It's probably going to be a slow thing. I'm not going to get any money for milk until probably this time next year, so the third year on the game. Because obviously we need to give it time, but I think it'll be a good idea to get some cows the sooner rather than later, because we're going to need to wait. And obviously if we get one cow or two cows or whatever, they will breed, and we'll be able to make even more milk. But it's going to be not much. We won't see much benefit straight away, but there will definitely be benefit in the end. And every time we get a little bit of spare money, we can always buy another cow. It's not like it's an issue. I think the cow shed that I was looking at anyway only holds about, I think it's about 20. It might be something different, but I'm thinking it's 20. So yeah, that's the one I want. So what I want to do to make the money is we're going to finish off and get rid of all the beets. Just get that out of the way, get it done. Bought some pallets to do some firewood. We've got a few sell points now that we can do that on. So I've got these 7 pallets, sorry. We're going to try and fill up as much as we can and sell as much as we can. That's the aim, and I want to try and hit 25,000. We're already at 8,960. So yeah, we do that, and then we finish off this field, finish off ploughing. We can worry about the next steps after, because we're going to need some equipment for the harvest, soybeans, all that kind of stuff, planter. I did find a planter in the last episode that looks pretty ideal. So yeah, we do need some things, and I think firewood is pretty much going to be the main route for us to get this money. So we shouldn't run out of trees, hopefully, because if we do, then we're going to be stuck. So what I'll do is I'll put it on ×5 and I'll crack on. I think the first thing I'm going to do is actually sort out the sugar beets and just get them out of the way, because they really are, they were quite a letdown, to be honest, the amount that I got. So I kind of just want to put that to bed, get as much money as we can, and then we'll crack on from there. I'm thinking as well I might sell this. Definitely might sell this, because I've got better trailers now. I'm not going to have much use to it. But what I'll do is I'll wait until I've got the shed, because we can actually get some cows in this. It's only £700. I can always probably use the trigger to get the cows, but it might cost more money. So I'm thinking if we use this as we start off, then we can get rid of it, and then we'll just have to pay the extra fee if we do decide to add more cows in. Right, so that being said, I want to try and get as much done in this episode, so best not carry on chatting. I'll put it on ×5 and we'll crack on with the work. So the first thing I need to do is obviously take this tractor down, and also need to unhitch the plough on the VIII, and we can bring that down as well, because we're going to need that for the front loader attachment. So I'll quickly just sort that out, get it all set up, and then we'll start loading in. Right, so hopefully this won't take me too long. I did pretty much get halfway through the load before. It's just a shame the tractors only go about 20 miles an hour, because I think that's the bit that slows it down the most. I don't know if you've noticed as well, I have got a new rear weight, well, a new second-hand rear weight. Sold the other one for £250, and this one was about £100 extra. But it does have more weight to it, so it's easier, because I did find that the other weight especially when I had this like full of sugar beets. This bucket still wasn't that steady, so at least this does the job a lot better. And it's yeah, it's quite a nice looking one, to be honest. Kind of suits the equipment that we've currently got. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more steady with this weight on the back. It's a shame really that these aren't fetching more, because it really was a lot of work. Yeah, definitely won't be doing sugar beets again at that price. It's got to be some type of grain going forward. It really has. So this should be, yeah, that's the last load. So we'll just fill the bucket up and then we'll get on our way. There we go. Right, so the first load. Here we go. Need some fuel in this tractor as well soon, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But now we can drive down the new road. I do have to say, it's going to be a great focal point. Eventually, over time, if we do make the money and we carry on progressing and obviously growing this patch of land, it will turn into a proper farm, and this will be like the main road down the middle. Grass field on the left and then buildings on the right around that main field, and as we expand out and get more fields around, yeah, it'll be good, it really will. So we'll be able to see exactly where I got to going down here, because I did get rid of the trains as well that were like, well, they were like carts for the trains that were just sitting there. Didn't get rid of this bit because I didn't think it'd be a good idea, so that's probably going to be a bit of a bump. But I'm sure I left it at some point. You'll see that it's still there. It's probably coming up now, just in the distance. Just because of the fact that I didn't want to take it all the way down, get rid of the whole thing. I think we're only ever going to use it now for this sell point, so I kept some bit hanging in the air there that I probably should have cleaned up a bit more, so I could go back into the editor and fix that a little bit. I mean, when you actually think about the amount of sugar beets I've got in the back of this, it looks like a lot. You really don't get much money for it. I guess that's because I've got it on hardest settings, which is the whole point of the series. But I think with the amount of work it takes to do like a root crop, you can make more money even on hard settings with just the normal grain. You get more of it as well, it seems like. There we go, 1,272. It's picked us up a little bit, so probably 3 trips, I think, maybe another 2. Which is obviously getting us up to that 25 mark. We probably need, to be safe, we need about 30,000. So, yeah, that's going to be a hell of a lot of wood, firewood. I'm going to be busy chopping wood. So what I'll do, just because obviously I can't just show everything in this 30-minute episode, I'll finish off unloading all the sugar beets, selling these, and then I'll cut back in when we start to have a go at chopping some wood and getting some firewood to sell. Right, so there we go. That's that finally done. Just drop this trailer off. I do desperately need some fuel now in this. Desperately. So we'll leave that doing that. I think I might be stuck in this thing. Easiest way is jump back to here. We do need this tractor anyway. Let's bring this back. I think I might sell this as well, which was sitting here. So let's just quickly do that. The sugar beet heap for £48, because we're not going to use it again. So we may as well get rid of that. There we go. Right, so let's go back. We'll drop the front loader attachment off. Drop the rear weight off as well. Could put it on the front. Don't know if we'll need it, but we'll definitely need this tractor, I think, to lug some of the pallets on the trailer. I'm hoping it'll be alright, hoping it'll be good money, but we'll have to wait and see, to be honest. It depends how many trees we've got and how much, and how long it's going to take really as well. So let's pop that there. And let's just drop that there, and then we should be fine for this. We don't need to put fuel in this. That tractor's just finished fueling up, so now all we need to do is crack on with doing some firewood. Now, usually this does take a while, especially with the amount that I need. If I can get all these full, I'll be very surprised, put it that way. But obviously, the more I can do, the better. And then I would like to obviously get the cow shed, put it in place, get a cow, and then maybe do a little time lapse of me doing some more ploughing. There's no rush for the ploughing, there really isn't. We haven't got to start the planting until the temperature hits 10 degrees, which is definitely not at the early point of spring, so we've got some time to kill before we do that, and we also need to generate some money anyway. I'm thinking about these trees. I might own this land. I keep forgetting if this bit I can actually... Yeah, it looks like I should be able to get these. Now actually, some of these trees might have come back thinking about it, because I was messing with the Giants editor, which usually means that some of the trees might come back. So if that is the case, then there's nothing I can do about it now. I'm hoping it's not, because obviously it's not ideal. It really isn't. So what I'll probably do is I'll obviously crack on with this and do as much as I can. I'll do a little bit more, but then I will at some point put a little montage of me doing the firewood, because it is long-winded and you can't watch the whole thing, or else yeah, this episode will be probably over an hour, to be honest. Well, let's just finish off this tree. I don't know if had this tree before. I might have, but I have forgot. So yeah, I'm not sure. Let's get rid of that, it's too big. Can't chop it any smaller as well. And the one thing I don't want to do, which is what I did last time, was sell the actual firewood by mistake. Because the pallet will absolutely disappear. So just take a wide berth around there, and I'm hoping when I go around this corner these trees are still here. It does look like some of them are. Some of them have reappeared, some of them haven't. And that's just because, like I said, of the Giants editor. So what I'll have to do is, yeah, I'll just have to persevere, and we'll just crack on from where we left off. Some of them obviously do come back with me messing the map up, technically. I don't have access to that land, it says. If I move the log over this side, that won't be a problem. Got quite a bit of sawdust sitting on the floor as well. We could probably try and pick this up if we're desperate. But I think we should be alright if we just keep chipping away at these trees on the right hand side. Before you know it, we'll be full up, hopefully, he says. Let me just pick this one up, put it over here a bit. Same with that little tiny thing, and then this. So it's about 2:30 now in game. Put it on ×5, so probably looking at maybe an hour of my time. And then this is, yeah, it's going to be later on in the day. You can see this one that I've chopped is then now gone to a weird tree. There we go, I don't know what's going on here, I'll be honest. Let's see if we can fix that. It's like it's a never-ending tree. There we go. Definitely would have smashed them to pieces. Oh well. So let's see if we can sort this out. So what I'll do now is I'll put this on a montage of me chopping away, and then we'll see how long it takes. Hopefully it won't take too long. I'll have to leave that one there. And I'll sort this out up here, which is a bit gone a bit crazy as well. Right, so there we go. I am completely maxed out on chopping wood, and that's the most I want to do. So we've got quite a lot anyway. It's gone pretty well, but it's now 5:10 in game. You can see that the sun is pretty much starting to set slowly. So let's quickly just go over all the sell points we can until we sell all this and see how much money we've got. And hopefully, and I'll be surprised if we haven't, but I'm hoping that we've got enough for the cowshed, and then enough to also get some cows. So that's the aim anyway. So we're up to 17,000, which is pretty good. And I'll be honest, the trees down the side then, yeah, I was pretty much maxing out. So we definitely need to be careful, because soon I'm probably going to have not many trees at all there to chop. So we've got 2 left. Oops, I've gone a bit haywire here. There we go. 2 left, and we're already at 35,000, so that's really good news. So I'm just going to sell these last 2. In fact, I'll save them. I may as well save them. Let's get this cowshed. Let's get it sorted out, and we need to place it down. Right, so I'm thinking of a good place to put the cowshed would be about here, to be honest. Right by the road, just on this bit here, and then if we can get some like cows in there as well, a couple of cows maybe, that'd be good. And I think we can afford that. And I think that trailer as well that I am going to sell will hold 2 cows, so it might be perfect just to do that. If by the end of this episode we've got that cowshed in place, 2 cows, we've also done a bit more ploughing, I can definitely say that I think it's been a productive episode. So I know there's a bit of a curve here, so it is going to maybe cost a little bit more. So I should probably bring the F1 menu up for this. But let's find this cowshed that I've been looking at, and then we'll see how much it's going to cost to place it down as well. Now it was 25,000. It's definitely somewhere. So where are we? There we are. So it holds 15 cows, which isn't too bad. 15 cows for what we're doing right now is pretty good. So let's just have a look. So I think that actually suits pretty well there. I'm just worried what it's going to do to the land, and it is £26,000, so it's obviously going to do a little bit of adjustment to the land. I don't want it to mess up my field there, but it's going to have to do something, let's be honest. I mean, we could try and drop it on that left hand side a little bit. We'll place it. So obviously it has lifted up the land a little bit, but it's not affected. Yeah, it's not affected the road much. It has a little bit. You can see it's gone down a bit, and there's a bit of a verge here, so we'll have to flatten that out. We won't do it in this episode because I need the money, but we can tidy that up. It was going to happen. It pretty much was inevitable. Right, so let's go to the animal dealership. I have got a big drive ahead of me to get to the store as well. And the animal dealership is going to be like a big, pretty much around the map kind of journey. But I have got the pallet fork on the front and the front loader and obviously the trailer on the back for 2 cows. So this should be worth it in the end, because we'll definitely have our first animals on the farm. And hopefully, the sooner we get them, the sooner we'll get milk. And I always find that milk's good no matter what difficulty you're on, because you do get a regular source of it. So what I'll do is I'll cut in when I'm at the animal dealership, and then I'll jump straight to the store and I'll cut back in as well when I'm there. Wow, so this looks like it's the animal dealership. Kind of jackknife there. So let's open it up. I don't think I need to, but I think it looks better. And let's buy, gotta be the Holstein. Buy 2 Holstein for 4,000. There we go, we've got 2 cows in the back. So they're going to have a little journey to the store now, but at least they'll get some fresh air. And then I'll quickly get the silage bale and head back. Right, so I've got my silage bale. It's actually whole crop silage just because I'm using Maize Plus, so it's pinged in as that, which isn't a problem. That's still enough feed for them. So I'm not entirely sure if they'll get fresh grass. I don't know if there's a grazing area. Technically there is, but I don't know if it picks up as that. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, how good does that look now? We've actually got a proper building on the farm and it's slowly starting to take shape. So I think the actual point where we're going to unload these cows is just around the side here. So we'll do that, we'll add some water, and then we'll actually have a look to see yeah, we'll actually have a look to see how much silage do they need. But I think, I'm hoping I can get this open. There you go. There we go. 2 cows. Job done. And I do like that trailer. I've decided I'm not selling it. Not unless I'm desperate for money. So let's just put that fencing back up. I might park the trailer actually just over here, because we're not going to have any slurry for a while. Wrong one. There we go. So all we need to do now is go give them some feed, give them some water. Job done. And then at some point we need to get a bit more money for all the harvest stuff, but also just tidy this up a little bit more. I'll be happy. I mean, you won't need much water at all, but let's just have a quick look in the menu just to see where we're at. So looks like straw. They don't need to be cleaned out, which is really good. That is quite useful. So yeah, we just need to give them a bit of food. I mean, they need 11,500 for the year. So yeah, we're not going to have any issues with that. So I may as well just leave this, if this is the area. I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping this is the trigger. It looks like it should be. Right, so as you can see, they've got 3,374 litres left. They didn't take that much. And yeah, they should be fine. It's pretty good. There's some good storage area as well up there. It's just getting into this door is pretty tricky. I do think that we can shut that now. We don't need that open. Probably don't even need that open, to be honest. We'll leave that open for them so they can roam around. They've got water. Yeah, everything seems fine. So let's just have a quick look. Fresh, looks like the fresh grass and maize isn't pinging in yet, so, but they've got feed, they've got water, and that's pretty much the basic of what they need right now. Anything else is a bonus. And because they're not going to be producing milk yet, it's not as important to make sure they are productive, so this should be fine. There we go, I got stuck to that. So I'll leave them, they look happy, and let's do a bit of ploughing. We won't do much, but we'll do some until it goes dark. because I did want to do some. We're still quite a bit off. I did delete out the trees as well when I was in the GiantZ editor that was here, so I did make this a bit wider instead of going around the kind of weird trees that were there. I sorted that out, so that's made it a little bit better. Hopefully I won't need the front weight. He's hoping anyway. So let's just see how much of this we can actually get done. I'm hoping to, yeah, do a good chunk of it anyway. So what I'll do now is I'll put a time lapse in, a little time lapse. It won't be too long. Probably going to get dark, and as soon as it starts getting a little bit too dark, I'll stop and we'll carry it on probably in the next episode. Right, so there we go. I have done a little bit. Definitely done a few rows anyway. Still got a fair bit to do. But I'd say we're probably about, would you say, 3/4 maybe? Just over halfway, something like that. But it's definitely looking pretty nice at the moment. This field's going to be a good profit earner. And I'm also really happy with how productive this episode has turned out to be. We've got our first shed, first cows. We've sold quite a bit of firewood. We've sold all the sugar beets. Got the road now coming into the yard, and it does look a lot better. So I'm going to leave the video there. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really does help my channel out. And also, if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos on Farming Simulator. See ya.